tonight we're going to start the second half with a fella that has come back out of retirement. He has traveled around many years ago under the name of Mr. E, but now we're going to introduce him as his real name, Ron Maifeld and Yogi! Ron Maifeld!
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. My name is R. Edwin Maifeld, Mr. E. And my purpose in being here this evening is to entertain you and, being a magician, to try to fool you. With that in mind, I'd like to show you several things in the realm of magic, including dexterity. And mystery. And to show the mystery part, I'd like to do a little trick with Yogi Bear this evening. And my understanding that there's a new Yogi Bear movie that just came out. Right? Who was the young lady that said yes? Would you like to help me? Come on up here. That's the one. Let's give her a big hand. Hi, you want to stand right here? That's good, right over the tractor over there. Hi, and what's your name? Karen? Kaylin. Kaylin, glad to meet you. Kaylin, are you nervous? How come you're shaking now? Ooh, there we go. Kaylin, do you like card tricks? Say yes. Okay. We're going to do a card trick tonight. And this trick originally came from Haynes House of Cards, and they're in the audience here tonight. This is an ordinary deck of cards, no trapdoors, no mirrors, and when they sold it to me, they said, you're going to get a plain, honest deck of cards, and of course I wouldn't deal with a crooked deck of cards in the world, so. Alright, just show you this an ordinary deck of cards. Galen, I'm going to riffle through the cards like this, and I want you to tell me to stop anytime you want to. Alright, here we go. Kayla, you're going to be a little faster than that. All right, here we go. Ready? Go.
Stop.
I think you were a little bit too fast that time. Let's try it once again. Real slow. Tell me to stop. Right there. Let's take this top card here, and I don't want to see it. So, can everybody see what that is? All right. We're going to place it back here. All right. Now, we are going to have Yogi find your card. But you know, Yogi, in his quest for food, he's always losing his head. So this evening, we're going to have Yogi lose his head with the aid of this cloth, which I'll form into a little bag. Caleb, would you say magic words? You know any magic words? Abracadabra, that's good. Oops. Now, Kayla, we have to give the Yogi something to look with, so I brought along a balloon. Kayla, I'm going to need your help. Hold on a second. Hold on. Here we go. This hand. That's good. Oh, much better. Caleb, that's enough. Caleb, does it bother you when people do this? Bothers me. Caleb, hang on to the balloon for a minute. All right. Oh boy. didn't step on this, did you? No. Ooh, that's good. That's the hardest part of the whole trick. Okay. Now, and here we have Balloon Head Yogi. Now, thank you. On the count of 3, Yogi will not only tell us what your card is, but his head will also reappear. Would you count to 3? 1, 2, 3. Whoops. There we go. And Caleb, here we have your card. No? Oh, pardon me, but Yogi says that this is his card, for this is a bear card. With the 3 on the other side. Thank you. Come on back here a minute. The most important part of my trick is for the assistant to take a bow. Thank you. Well, you know, it's kind of funny. Normally when somebody's helping me up here, I give them a package of M&Ms, a candy that melts in your hand and not in your mouth. But I'm afraid I've run out of M&Ms. All I have here is a package of W&Ws. Thank you, Caleb. And that's it for me. Thank you.
Maifeld, thank you so much, and I am so glad Yogi got his head back. And I'll tell you what, this next magician, you've seen him once before, he's going to come back with some more delightful magic. He's an accomplished drummer, and that timing and rhythm has helped him interface with the audience and build a bond. So let's find out who this next magician is. Please put your hands together for the magic of Jason the Great.
I need to get somebody over here to like to help me. I need probably a little boy on this one here, maybe about 8 years old or something, maybe. Oh, what about you, sir? Would you like to help? Everybody give him a big round of applause. Come on up here. Yeah. How are you? Good. All right. You ever done magic before? Just so you know. Okay, good. Hold on to this for me right there. Good. All right, perfect. I'm going to my keys. Just stand right there. Okay. What's your name, sir? That's right, Brady. Do some magic. Okay, all right. Now here's what I'm going to do, Brady. I'm going to actually teach Brady a trick right in front of everybody's eyes out there. And I'm going to show you how easy it is to learn magic. I learned my first magic trick through a book, okay? Now you can read a lot of books. You can actually check them out at the library nowadays. So you can go to the library and read a book. Something you like to do, you know? Okay. Now, Brady, I'm going to put this right here in your shirt. Do you mind? Okay, good. Perfect. Good. Now I'm going to do the exact same thing. All right? I'm going to do the exact same thing, Brady. This will be cool. Purple, you like purple? Yeah. Okay. Do the exact same thing like this. And we'll tie it like this. All right? And I want you to wave this silk up and down with your left hand. Good. Wave it up and down just like that. Good. Perfect. Okay. Do the same thing just like this. Perfect. Now, watch very carefully. This will be cool. Fine work. Do the same thing, Brady. I think your seat was over here. Oh, Colton, what a surprise. Good. Thanks a lot. Now, like I said, this is the trick that I learned when you're young, and I'll show you how this works. Did it for any of you out there? Well, you know we're really smart here in Ohio. Here's what happens. It's really neat is you get you an egg with a hole in it. You see? Now, he had smaller hands than I had, so you might have seen it right through there like this. So what does happen though, if anybody does ever see that, remember we can do magic. We'll wave like this. Say the magic word, sunny side up. You pull that hole off of the egg into the glass. Things you do nowadays for relax. But that's not the trick. The trick is that's been in my car for about 2 hours now. Yes. Let's get somebody else out here. I'm going to try one more thing with somebody. I need somebody that's really big and really strong, sir. Now, I'm just asking you if you know somebody that's big and strong. Would you like to help me? Do you mind? What is your name? Paul. Everybody give Paul a big round of applause. This will be great. Paul, thank you very much for your volunteer. Go ahead and shake your hand now because here in a second I'm not going to be able to. Okay? All right, that's crazy. Okay. Paul, have you ever seen one of these before? Please say no. You'll get on TV. All right. Now, Paul, what happens is these are actually restraints that they used to use in the olden days. Okay, now they have stun guns and stuff like that they don't even use like this. So you can get this stuff really cheap on eBay or Craigslist. So here's what I'm going to do. Paul, I want you to actually tie me up in this straitjacket, put on backwards, and as you can see, the sleeves are sewed in together. So start back here, Paul. Thank you, sorry. It's a ball thing, I guess. We're good up here, I think. Yeah? Don't you? Are you alright? You're doing okay back there with all the buckles and everything? Have you done this before? Because this is kind of weird. Have you done this? Okay. Got it? Okay. Now, Paul, what I'm going to do with this one, I'm going to actually swing this one around. And as I swing this one around, you just catch the other strap as I swing it around my arms, okay? Okay, this will be really cool. I just swing it like that, and then you just catch the other end. I'll do it again. Sounds real good on there, don't it? Swing this around. Okay, you ready? 1, 2, 3. Slow motion for you, Paul. Right over here. Hold tight. Yeah. Hold tight, please. Good? Good. Show everybody what you're doing here. How's it going? Good. Good. Okay. Now, Paul, there's one more strap. One more strap. That's why I always take a gentleman for this, because I don't want you girls getting up here being mad at your husband and your wife, your husband and your boyfriend, and taking it out on them. So Paul, just anytime you want, just reach under here. We're trying to put this in the air. It's awesome. Just reach over there, grab it. First hold, please. Well, hang on a second. Okay. it'll leave a mark. Everybody give Paul a big round of applause. Thank you very much. All right. Let's leave it. All right. Here we go. Now, to do something like this, you need to get your shoulder outside. I didn't do it, so you have to do it again. Thanks, first time. I think I did it. Now to do the rest of this, I need some motivational music, so sound man is doing That's a good song. For the front row, huh? Let's go. Oh, it's in your head. Sorry about that.
That is a tough act to beat. I'll tell you what, I want to take a moment and thank all of the magicians that have been here so far and yet to come. They've all donated their time tonight for this wonderful cause, the Katie Haumesser Foundation. And I want each and every one of you to know that you're supporting the Katie Haumesser Foundation by just being here tonight and hopefully enjoying the magic moment. I got in the doors a little bit late, a few minutes late because we had a lot of problems. And due to circumstances beyond my control, the next act will appear. Bill Pryor.
Thanks a lot. Have you ever asked a magician how to do a magic trick? And they give you those luck and everything? Well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, tonight, I'm going to do something that none of these gentlemen would even think of doing. I am going to teach you how to do a magic trick. Now, what I'm going to do first, I'll do the trick the way it should be seen the first time, and then I will do it a second time and explain how to do it. So that means, kids, don't follow me the first time through. This is a trick where the magician comes out with a green handkerchief, takes the green handkerchief, passes the green handkerchief through the fist, it goes in green, and comes out red. Or, likewise, the magician will also take the red handkerchief the same way, pass the red hanky through the fist exactly the same way, goes in red, and of course comes out green. Now, these other magicians, they want you to think that you're magically changing a green hanky to a red hanky, and a red hanky to a green handkerchief. Now, boys and girls, you know the secret. How many handkerchiefs do you really have to have? 2. You have to have a green hanky, and you have to have a red hanky. Okay? Okay? I told you it was simple. That's why these magicians never tell you anything, because all this stuff is so simple. Now, stop and think. Did I show this hand empty when I started? No. What did I do when I make a big deal of bringing the green hanky out of this pocket? I reach into this pocket and you sneak. You sneak the red hanky in your fist before you start. So when you take the green handkerchief, am I going too fast? I'll start over. There are 2 handkerchiefs. There's a green hanky and there's a red hanky. Okay? You with me? No. Okay. Part 2. You sneak the red hanky in your fist before you start. Remember, the red hanky goes in the fist before you start. So when you do take the green handkerchief, it is in my fist. Are you paying attention? I'm sorry. I forgot to tell you one important thing. I'm sorry. I apologize. When you sneak the red hanky in your fist, whatever you do not open your hand and the handkerchief falls on the floor. So don't do that. Okay? I said don't do it. So the red hanky is in my fist, so when you poke the green one through, it pushes the red one out, and that's exactly how it's done. Thank you, and good night.
A true gentleman in magic, Bill Pryor. Those that know Bill know that I'm telling the truth. He's certainly a true gentleman. Not just in the world of magic, but in anywhere he goes. Anyway, we've had a lot of good magic and still some wonderful magic to come. This next magician, remember at the beginning of the show I said there was 2 leading illusionists in Cincinnati? You saw one so far. You're about to see the next one. Please put your hands together and welcome to the stage the magic of Phil Dalton.
And if you don't mind, for this next illusion, I'm actually going to take my shoes off. My apologies to these guys in the front. Actually, the reason I'm doing that is because in just a moment here, it's going to be very important that everybody can tell where my feet, where my hands, where my head, and everything else is. Because what you're about to see is something I have always wanted to do. And up until recently, wasn't able to. You're going to see it now, though. It's a favorite of mine, and I invite you to watch very close. Here we go!
so much. That's one of my favorite things, and as I put my shoes back on, I should tell you a little story about that. Back when we first introduced that illusion into the show, well, my wife Paula, who you just saw there, had just given birth to our second child. And when that happened, well, I got to watch the doctor saw her in half. Something you normally only see on the operation channel. Well, I should probably answer a very commonly asked question. The answer is, yes, it is my natural color. That's right. This used to be brown, but I thought, why fight nature? Why not let it go back to normal? So that's what I did. And without a doubt, my favorite type of magic is grand illusion. But definitely a close second is a good old-fashioned sleight of hand. The kind where all you've got is one magician, 10 fingers, and a lot of surprises. And back when I was a kid, well, all I had were simple things that I could find, like a piece of rope, which, like any rope, has two ends and one middle. But you see, this one is different because it's got a third end and one middle. But it's even more different than that because there are, of course, 4 ends and one middle. Now, 4 ends are kind of an issue if you've only got one piece of rope. So what we're going to do is take and slide 2 of these straight down. Straight down towards the center right there. So that we still have 2 ends up here. But now we've got 2 brand new ends in the center. The hard part is to join them with the rest of the rope. Like that. Because they are, in fact, 2 ropes. There's this one, and there's that one. Now, that confuses me sometimes, so what do you say we take both of these and just kind of start all over at the beginning? That would make more sense, wouldn't it? All right. Well, let's explain how this is done. This is easier than you think it is. You see, if I put the ends right here, keep an eye on those. First end number 1. We'll gather him up. There it is. And we're going to make it jump. Right down to the other end. So then we have an end at both ends. Doesn't look right that way. We'll do the same with this one. We'll gather him up and make that one go a little faster. Right down. So then we have 2 ends and a rope. Finish, the grand finale. This is where we'll put both of the ends in my pocket. Now that's going to make it easier for you to follow if you think about it, because this time, if I reach over there and do anything funny, well, you'll be able to see it. For instance, it would not be physically possible to do something like make a knot in the rope if you didn't have the ends. Of course, if the ends are still over there, well, then it'd be just as impossible to undo the knot. Because when the knots disappear, so do the ends. Look at us, and where the ends go, well, they're actually right where I left them just a second ago. They're right here in my pocket. So what does that mean? Now we have 2 ends without rope, we have a rope without ends. For the big finish, however, we simply hang these around the middle, right about there, and it appears ordinary. But if I pull, it becomes ordinary indeed. Thank you so much. Thank you. That is absolutely one of my favorite things in the world. Well, to be serious, there's something really cool that I want to show you. And I am not sure that I'm going to be able to do this. You see, there are 2 things I need for this. There's a blue scarf and a green scarf. And when you were watching the rest of the show, I was backstage running around like crazy trying to find my scarves, and I never did. But it's a great trick. I don't want to leave this out. So if you guys don't mind, I'm going to take just one more second here and see if I can find those. Wait a minute. I'm not sure. Did you guys like that one? Now I'm just not going to find my scarves. That's going to be a bad thing. Well, I've got a question. This is for everybody out here. Vote by show of hands. How many folks here have ever before been on a cruise ship? Taken a cruise. Ooh, look at the hands. Yes. You know, several years ago, I did, for the last time, I was on a cruise ship. And it's great. Because if you've never done it well, you pay one time, and then it's all free. So you eat whatever you want to eat. You do the activities you want to do, and then you eat what you want to eat again. Then you go and see a show. After that, of course, the 11 or 12 buffet, and you eat what you want to eat for the third time in about 3 hours. It's a wonderful time. But the ship that I was on, there was a man who had a really cool talent. Let me show you guys what I mean. You see, right back here, I've actually brought with me a butcher's block style table. Check this out. And what this guy did is he was an ice carver. He had a big block of ice, and he had these gigantic chisels. He would hack away at it, and before you knew it, he had made a work of art. Now, this particular day, he was making a figure of a seated person. Still had some detail to go, but I saw this, and I thought there's got to be an illusion there. So we've worked out an original piece, and I hope you like it. Watch close.
This is my time of the year. This is
but she hasn't told me yet. So as soon as she does, we are in good shape. Well, you know what? This is the part of the show where we get to find somebody brave in our audience and make that person into a magician. Now let me tell you what I'm looking for. Kids out here, I need to borrow a mom or a dad. So if you ever want to volunteer, mom or dad, for something, this is the time to do it. Let's see who we've got. Yeah, I know this guy'd do good, but I'm scared. Let's see, how about, let's keep looking. Oh, did she do good? Let's see, hold on, let's see. Stop. Let's go and go there, hello. Let's see, how about, oh, you know what, I see hands going up. What is your name, sir? Chris, come with me. Let's give Chris a big round of applause! Chris. That's just what sir. Yes! Mr. Chris, all right, come on over. We're going to stand right here in the middle of the stage. There you go. Chris, this is your audience. Say hello, audience.
Hello, audience.
Everybody say, hey, Chris. Now, Chris, before we show you this, let us know and be honest. We did not prearrange this. We didn't set this up. Have we ever met before?
No.
You don't have to sound so happy about that, Chris. Now, actually, Chris, we're going to show them something amazing, okay? And the first things first, if you notice there's kind of a color scheme going in this part of the show.
Yes.
A little bit of purple, right? Yeah. We've got to make sure that he looks like he's part of the show. So, Chris, we brought something for you here, a decoration, you might say. As a matter of fact, it's a nice bright purple dinner jacket. Yes. Go ahead, Chris, slip that on. We're going to see if it fits in good in the shoulders. Maybe it's not bad. You know, all the big tough guys, the football player guys, they all wear pink. That's like the big thing. Well, that's on the way out. Purple is the next big thing, and folks, you saw it here first. Doesn't he look great? Well, Chris, a couple more things we got to show these guys. The first thing is a piece of heavy-duty rope right there. Pull on that, Chris. There you go. Is it strong?
Yes.
Yes. We're going to take this and tie it around Paula's right arm. There we go. With a double knot. Chris, check the knot. Is it real?
Yes. That is
Making sure, yes. Now we're going to tie the hands behind her back, again, with a double knot. There's one right there. There's another one right there. Chris, do me a favor and check out that knot. Is it real?
Yes.
Yes. Now we have another piece of rope. Another one that is a lot bigger than the first. In fact, this one, it's got a knot in it right there. But it's so big, sometimes it comes at you in 3D right there. Chris, take that end. And again, no knots, good, let's pull, go ahead. Great! Chris, is it strong?
Stronger.
It is. You see, folks, we took the short rope and we tied up Paula. Well, this is the big rope. I'm kidding, Chris. Who's that cheering over there? You thought they were your friends, didn't you? You thought so for a little while. Well, that's okay. We're going to put this right here. We'll twist up the ends a few times. Let's put end number one around arm number one twice. End number two around arm number two. A couple of times, good and snug. Let's take and join these together with a knot right here in the front, so that from this point on, they become one piece of rope. And since we still have some left, one more trip around the middle, and we'll tie it all off with a double knot way over here on the side. Now, Chris, you are the eyes and the ears for the rest of the audience. For the folks who can't see this as close as you can, Chris, I want you to check out all these knots. Make sure they're all real, that everything is just the way that it looks. Are we good?
Yes.
Yeah. Now, folks out here, I want you to remember, we have a knot here. We've got one here. We've got a knot there. We've got the rope going twice around both arms. And the hands are secured behind the back. Then you ask, why do we go to all this trouble? Well, we're going to show you. Chris, you see that cloth over there?
Yes.
Yeah. What we're going to do here is we're going to take this, move it right out to the middle of the stage. It's a curtain. It's a big blue curtain, as a matter of fact. I'm going to set this down right here, so it's not inside out. And you'll notice that Paula is going to make some room. She's going to make some space in there. Well, Chris, that extra spot is for you. Yeah, so step right inside and just smile big for everybody. That's all you got to do. Ladies and gentlemen, take one more good look at Mr. Chris right here. Remember what you see. Because we're going to go ahead and raise the curtain right there. Now, Chris, once again, say hello, audience.
Hello, audience.
Everybody say, hey, Chris. That's good. Chris, do you think that these folks believe that anything's happened yet?
No.
Few non-believers out there. That's all right, Chris. I think they need some proof. What do you say? We go ahead and we show them. Okay, wait a second. Chris, stand back over here again for me. Wait a minute. Hold on. Now, we still have the knot here. We still have the knot here. We've still got that one on the side. We've still got the rope going twice around both arms. The arms really are through the sleeves, and the hands are still tied behind the back. I gotta tell you guys, this takes a lot longer to untie than it does to tie in the first place. Chris, how did you do that?
This magic.
Best answer all week. Yes. Let's go ahead and do arm number 1. There we go. There's arm number 2. Last but not least, off the middle. Chris, are the hands still tied?
They're still tied.
As a matter of fact, untie that for me. Folks, that way he's going to know that it really was on there the entire time. Yes, he's a Boy Scout. We'll go ahead and slip off the jacket. And Chris, I'm going to ask you this. Is that the same one? Is that your jacket thing?
It never was my jacket.
That's right, it was mine. He just brought it for the trick. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give him one more. Let's go. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, you know what? I've saved one of my favorite things for right now. Before I show this to you, well, first of all, let me say thank you so much for coming out and supporting wonderful work. You know, they ask about this show, and it's so awesome when we get to do things like this. You get to do good things, and, you know, I've got the greatest job in the world. Because my job is to make people smile. Doesn't get better than that. You know, actors, people on TV, their audience is that little red light on the end of the camera. And I don't know how they do it. Because every night when I do the show, well, I got the best seat in the house right here. Because I get to see you guys. And so that makes a different show for me every night, and it's wonderful. So ladies and gentlemen, I certainly hope you're having a good time. I have what I call raw materials wrapped up in here. Check it out. We have a metal bar. It's a piece of steel, actually. Where is it? There it is. Good and solid. I want to set that down over here. We've got a piece of rope right there. That'll go next to the bar. We've got some handkerchiefs. There's a green right there. That'll go with that. We've got purple, of course. You gotta have that. We've got the ultimate complementing black color. And last but not least, I have a piece of wood. It's a big chunk of a 2x4. And a nail. It's a big nail. Made for business. So, you know, with just these raw materials, we're going to show you guys something pretty cool. Ladies and gentlemen, this is absolutely my favorite new illusion this season. And I invite you to watch very, very closely. Here we go!
Words like violence, break the silence, come rushing into my world. Painful to me, pierced right through me. Can't you understand? Oh, my world. All I want is me, all I need is you in my arms. Words are very unnecessary, they can only do. Vows unspoken to be broken. Feelings are intense, words are true. Pleasure remains, so there's no pain. Words are
gentlemen, thank you so much for coming tonight. On behalf of the Katie Haumesser Foundation, the entertainers in the Tri-State, and all the magicians that you've seen up here tonight, the support people, those behind the scenes, those that you've seen, those that you don't. We want to say, first of all, we hope that you enjoyed tonight's show as much as we enjoy bringing it to you. And we hope that you remember that the real magic in life is love. And when you share that love with one another, then you have become the greatest magician, second to none. So wherever life may lead you, whether it's up the street to Kmart or around the world, may peace, love, and a spirit of magic always be in your hearts. Thank you, God bless, and let's bring out the magicians again. Thank you so much.
This spell last